In this video, I'll be showing you how to replace rear brake calipers on a Nissan Maxima. These are located behind the rear wheels. Let's get started. Now let's remove our rear wheel. I'll be using a 21mm socket to remove the 5 lug nuts. With our wheel out of the way, on the back side of our brake caliper, we're going to locate our banjo bolt and brake hose. We're going to remove this. This is a 12mm. So use a ratchet and socket. Break it loose. Have a collection bucket under the vehicle ready. And set it aside. Now remove the hose from the caliper, just work it free, and let any brake fluid drain out. Now to remove our washer from the caliper. If it's stuck on, you could use a flat blade screwdriver and a hammer and strike it off. With our brake hose removed, I'm going to locate our two 14mm slider pin bolts and remove them as well. Once it's loosened, keep it in here so we could break this one free as well. Now remove both and set them aside. Now remove your caliper as well. Quick note, there may still be some brake fluid inside, so be wary of that. Now we're going to break loose our caliper bracket bolts. These are two 19mm. And now fully remove them. Hold the bracket while you remove the last bolt. And remove the bracket. Now let's remove our brake pads from our original bracket. Slide them up and set them aside. Now to install our caliper. First we're going to separate our caliper from our caliper bracket. Let's remove the two slider pin bolts. Set the caliper aside for now. Quick note, there are two styles of slider pins. One is fully metal and one has this rubber bushing on the end. Keep in mind what position of the caliper bracket they come off of when you remove it. Now we're going to dress our caliper bracket. I'm going to lubricate where our brake shims go. Do the same on the other side. Now install your brake shims. Our slider pins come pre-applied with some grease. I'm going to apply a little bit more so we have as much lubrication as we can. Now we're going to slide our caliper bracket over our rotor and hand thread on our two bolts. Snug these down. Now let's torque these down to 62 foot-pounds. Now we're going to install our brake pads. Quick note, one brake pad will have a wear indicator. This goes on the inside part and facing down. So slide them over. Now for our caliper, remove the banjo bolt and the washers. Set these aside for now. Now we're going to apply some lubricants to the ears of the caliper and also to the piston. Now slide it over and in place. Install your slider pins as well. And snug these down. Squeeze on the slider pin bushings to make sure there's no air trapped inside and they seat properly. Do the same for the top. Now we're going to torque our slider pin bolts down to 32 foot-pounds. Now let's install our brake hose and banjo bolt. Put a new washer on the caliper side. Hook in the hose right here. Insert your washer. Now hammer on your bolt. Now snug it down. Once it's snug, we're going to torque this down to 13 foot-pounds. And now for our gravity bleed. I'm going to remove our bleeder screw cover. Just twist it off. Once that's off, I'm going to open our bleeder screw and wait for the brake fluid to come out. This is a 8mm. Now we're going to tie in our bleeder screw, just snug it down. Clean the area with some brake cleaner and a rag. And reinstall your cap. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Remove our cap, turn counterclockwise, and lift up. And also our filter. Just lift up on it and set it aside. Insert a funnel. And we're gonna pay attention to this max mark right here. We want it right between the max and the minimum. Now remove your funnel. Reinstall your filter and your cap as well. Now let's reinstall our wheel. Now we're going to hand thread on our 5 21mm lug nuts. Now we're going to snug these down in a crisscross pattern. Now we're going to torque these down to 83 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern. Now once you're finished going the vehicle and press on the brake pedal, ensure it's firm. If it's not, we are going to have to proceed with a full brake bleed. We're going to locate our brake fluid reservoir and its cap. Before we begin, I'm going to clean the surrounding area with some brake cleaner and a rag. And wipe down any dirt or debris. Now we're going to remove our cap, turn counterclockwise, and lift up. And also our filter. Just lift up on it and set it aside. Now using a siphon, I'm going to remove as much brake fluid as I can from our brake fluid reservoir. Insert it and suck it out. Now dispose of this used fluid properly. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Insert a funnel. And we're going to pay attention to this max mark right here. We want it right between the max and minimum. Now remove your funnel and reinstall your cap only. Now we're going to proceed to our right front wheel. Now that we're at the first bleed location, I have an assistant in the vehicle ready. I'll be using a bottle and a hose and removing the brake bleeder cap. Set it aside. Have your 8mm wrench ready. Place it over. Now's the time to place your hose over it as well. I'm going to advise my assistant to pump the brakes about 5 times. Now I'm going to crack the screw open and close it. We're going to repeat this about 3 times. Remove your wrench and reinstall your bleeder cap. Now we're going to proceed to our left front wheel and do the same process. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Now that our fluid's topped off, let's proceed to our right rear wheel. Now that we're at our right rear wheel, I'm going to locate our bleeder screw and cap on the caliper. Remove it as well. Set it aside. Again, place your 8mm wrench over. And also your brake hose. Now I'm going to advise our assistant to pump the brakes. Now break it free. And close it. We're going to repeat this about 3 times. And open. As you can see, we have no more bubbles. So close the screw. Remove the hose. Remove your wrench as well and reinstall your cap. Now repeat this process for the left rear wheel. Now that all 4 sides are bled, we're going to top off our reservoir one last time. Remove the cap. Insert your funnel. And fill it a little bit below the max line. Move your funnel. Reinstall your filter. Press down all the way. And reinstall your cap as well. Now once this is finished, reinstall your wheels, torque them all down to 83 foot-pounds, and after that go inside the driver's compartment and ensure your brake pedal is nice and firm. Then take the vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.